Think and Grow Rich. Wealth Programming for Sleep Transformation. Napoleon Hill. Lesson 1. The Power of the Subconscious Mind. Within the depths of your mind lies a silent architect, working tirelessly through every moment of your existence, shaping the very fabric of your reality, while you remain largely unaware of its magnificent power. This architect is your subconscious mind, and it never rests, never sleeps, never takes a vacation from its primary duty of transforming your dominant thoughts into their physical equivalent. While your conscious mind occupies itself with the mundane affairs of daily existence, analyzing, criticizing, and filtering every experience through the narrow lens of logic and reason, your subconscious mind operates on an entirely different plane of existence. It functions as a faithful servant, accepting without question every thought pattern, every belief, every mental image you consistently feed it, and then working with infinite intelligence to make these mental impressions manifest in your outer world. The most remarkable truth about this inner powerhouse is that it becomes exponentially more receptive to new programming during the quiet hours when your conscious mind relaxes its vigilant guard. Think of your conscious mind as a strict gatekeeper, standing at the entrance to your subconscious treasury, questioning and often rejecting new ideas that challenge established patterns of thinking. But when sleep approaches and this gatekeeper begins to drowse, the pathway to your inner mind opens wide, creating an opportunity for profound transformation that the waking hours simply cannot match. Throughout history, the world's most successful individuals have stumbled upon this truth, often without fully understanding the mechanics of their discovery. They have found ways to plant seeds of prosperity in the fertile soil of their sleeping consciousness, allowing these seeds to take root and flourish in the darkness of night. Andrew Carnegie understood this principle when he would spend his final waking moments each evening visualizing his steel empire expanding across the continent. Thomas Edison grasped this truth when he would drift off to sleep while pondering solutions to seemingly impossible problems, only to awaken with breakthrough insights that changed the world. The scientific community has begun to unveil the mysteries of what occurs within your mind during sleep, revealing that your brain remains remarkably active during these seemingly passive hours. Your subconscious mind sorts through the day's experiences, filing away useful information and discarding what serves no purpose, all while remaining wide open to new programming that aligns with your deepest desires and most frequently entertained thoughts. This receptive state creates an unparalleled opportunity for anyone who understands how to communicate with their inner mind using its own language of imagery, emotion, and repetition. Your subconscious speaks in pictures rather than words, responds to feelings rather than logic, and learns through consistent repetition rather than sporadic effort. When you combine these elements, during the twilight hours between waking and sleeping, you create a powerful formula for programming prosperity directly into the very core of your being. The difference between the wealthy and the struggling masses often lies not in their daytime activities, but in what transpires within their minds during the silent hours of night. While one person drifts off to sleep, dwelling on problems, limitations, and fears, another fills their final conscious moments with vivid images of abundance, success, and prosperity. These mental seeds planted in the darkness of night begin to sprout with the dawn, influencing decisions, attracting opportunities, and shaping circumstances in ways that seem almost magical to the untrained observer. Your subconscious mind operates like the most sophisticated computer ever created, but unlike any machine built by human hands, it possesses the remarkable ability to reach beyond the boundaries of known information and tap into the infinite intelligence that governs the universe. This is why solutions to complex problems often appear during dreams, why inspiration strikes in moments of quiet reflection, and why the most profound insights emerge when the conscious mind steps aside and allows the deeper wisdom to surface. Tonight, as you prepare to enter the realm of sleep, you stand at the threshold of unlimited possibility. Your subconscious mind awaits your instructions, ready to begin the magnificent work of transforming your financial destiny from within. The power that shapes your reality rests not in external circumstances, but in the silent architect working tirelessly in the depths of your sleeping consciousness. Lesson 2. Desire, the first step to riches. In the quiet chambers of your mind, as your conscious thoughts begin to settle into the gentle rhythm of approaching sleep, there exists a force more powerful than any external circumstance or condition. This force is desire, not the fleeting wishes that flutter through your waking hours like autumn leaves in the wind, but the deep, burning, definite desire that takes root in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. You have undoubtedly experienced the difference between a casual want and a burning desire. A want whispers softly and disappears with the next distraction. But desire, true desire, speaks with the authority of thunder and echoes through every chamber of your being. When you desire wealth with the same intensity that a drowning person desires air, you have taken the first genuine step toward riches. As you prepare your mind for this evening's programming, understand that desire is not merely wishing or hoping. It is the starting point of all achievement, the first cause of all voluntary action. Every great fortune began as a burning desire in someone's mind, and that desire was nurtured and intensified until it became an irresistible force that shaped reality itself. The beauty of working with desire during your sleeping hours is that the conscious mind, with all its doubts and limitations, steps aside. In this peaceful state, your subconscious mind becomes extraordinarily receptive to the imprinting of definite, specific desires. While your body rests, your deeper mind continues to work, organizing thoughts, creating connections, and most importantly, accepting the programming you provide. Tonight, as you drift toward sleep, you will plant specific seeds of desire in your subconscious garden. These are not vague wishes for more money, better circumstances. Instead, you will implant precise, definite desires with exact dollar amounts, specific time limits, and clear plans for the value you will give in return for the wealth you seek. The process of transforming desire into its financial equivalent follows a definite pattern. First, you must fix in your mind the exact amount of money you desire. Generality will not serve you here. Your subconscious mind works with precision, and it requires precise instructions. Whether your desire is for $1,000 or $1 million, the exact figure must be crystal clear in your mental vision. Second, you must determine precisely what you intend to give in return for this money. The universe operates on the principle of fair exchange, and there is no such thing as something for nothing. Your sleeping mind must be programmed with a clear understanding of the service, product, or value you will provide. Third, you must establish a definite date by which you intend to possess this money. A desire without a deadline is merely a dream. Your subconscious mind thrives on definite instructions, and a specific date creates the urgency that transforms desire into achievement. Fourth, you must create a definite plan for carrying out your desire, and you must begin at once to put this plan into action. Even if your plan seems imperfect, begin anyway. Your sleeping mind will work to improve and refine your plan as you progress. Fifth, you must write out a clear, concise statement incorporating all 4 elements above. This statement becomes the foundation of your sleep programming. Sixth, you must read this statement aloud as you prepare for sleep and again upon awakening. As you read, feel the emotion behind the words. See yourself already in possession of this wealth. Experience the feelings of gratitude, joy, and accomplishment as if your desire has already been fulfilled. The sleeping hours provide the perfect environment for desire to take deep root and grow. In the stillness of night, away from the distractions and doubts of the day, your burning desire penetrates every cell of your consciousness. Like water seeping into the earth, it saturates your entire mental being. Remember that desire backed by faith knows no such word as impossible. As you surrender to sleep tonight, carry with you the absolute conviction that your definite desire is already beginning its transformation into physical reality. Your subconscious mind, working in harmony with infinite intelligence, will begin immediately to create the circumstances, opportunities, and insights necessary to manifest your burning desire. Allow this truth to comfort and inspire you as you drift into peaceful slumber. Every night of programming brings you closer to the inevitable realization of your definite desire for riches. Lesson 3. Faith, the invisible force. Faith stands as the invisible force that transforms desire from mere wishful thinking into the magnetic power that attracts riches. Without faith, your desires remain powerless dreams, floating in the conscious mind, never penetrating deeply enough into your subconscious to create the chemical changes necessary for wealth accumulation. Faith is the eternal elixir that breathes life into your financial goals and gives them the power to manifest in your physical world. During the quiet hours of night, when your conscious mind releases its grip on doubt and skepticism, faith has the opportunity to grow stronger and more deeply rooted. The darkness becomes your ally in this process, for it removes the visual distractions and logical arguments that often interfere with pure belief during waking hours. In sleep, your mind naturally enters a state of acceptance, making it the perfect time to cultivate the unwavering conviction that your wealth already exists in the invisible realm, waiting only for your faith to call it into material form. Faith operates through a remarkable chemistry of thought, mixing with your burning desire and organized plans to create a potent mental compound that your subconscious mind recognizes and acts upon. When you combine these 3 elements during your nighttime programming, you create an irresistible force that begins to arrange circumstances, attract opportunities, and guide your actions toward the accumulation of wealth. This chemical reaction happens most powerfully when your conscious mind is at rest, allowing the deeper mental processes to work without interference. The wealthiest individuals throughout history have discovered, often without realizing it, that their periods of greatest faith building occurred during quiet reflection and sleep. They learned to program absolute certainty into their subconscious treasury, depositing beliefs of inevitable success night after night, until these convictions became as real and solid as physical gold. They understood intuitively that faith is not a passive hope, but an active mental force that creates the very conditions it believes in. Your sleeping hours offer you the same opportunity to overcome doubt through repetitive suggestion. Each night, as you prepare for sleep, you can plant seeds of faith that grow stronger in the fertile soil of your resting mind. The gentle repetition of your wealth-affirming thoughts, delivered to your subconscious in the receptive state of near sleep, gradually dissolves the mental barriers that have previously blocked your financial success. These barriers crumble not through forceful effort, but through the persistent, gentle pressure of repeated faith-building sessions. Consider the miracle of believing as demonstrated by those who have accumulated great fortunes. Without exception, they possessed an unshakable faith in their ability to achieve their financial goals. This faith was not based on their current circumstances or past experiences, but on their absolute conviction that wealth was their natural inheritance. They programmed this belief so deeply into their subconscious minds that it became an integral part of their mental makeup, influencing every decision and action they took. As you practice visualizing your wealth as already manifested during your pre-sleep moments, you begin to experience the reality of your riches before they appear in physical form. This mental rehearsal, repeated nightly with deep emotional conviction, creates neural pathways that make your financial success feel familiar and natural. Your subconscious mind cannot distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. So these nightly visualizations become the blueprint from which your actual wealth will be constructed. The process of building faith through nightly mental rehearsal requires patience and persistence, but the results are inevitable for those who maintain their practice. Each night, you add another layer of conviction to your wealth consciousness, gradually building an unshakable foundation of belief. This foundation becomes so solid that temporary setbacks and challenges cannot disturb it, for it rests not on external circumstances, but on the bedrock of programmed faith within your subconscious mind. As you prepare for sleep tonight, and every night forward, carry with you the knowledge that faith is not a gift reserved for the fortunate few, but a mental faculty that you can develop and strengthen. Your sleeping hours are precious opportunities to cultivate this invisible force, transforming it from a weak hope into an unstoppable power that draws wealth to you as naturally as a magnet draws iron. Lesson 4. Autosuggestion in sleep. You have now discovered the tremendous power residing in your subconscious mind. Learn to transform vague wishes into burning desire, and begun cultivating the invisible force of faith. These elements, powerful as they are, remain incomplete without the bridge that connects your conscious intentions to your subconscious realization. This bridge is autosuggestion, and its most potent form occurs during the sacred hours of sleep. Autosuggestion is the agency of communication between the conscious reasoning mind and the subconscious mind. It is the medium through which you may voluntarily feed your subconscious mind with thoughts of a creative nature, or by neglect, permit thoughts of a destructive nature to find their way into this rich garden of your mind. During your waking hours, you maintain some control over the material reaching your subconscious mind through the five senses. But when sleep arrives, your conscious mind relaxes its watchful guard, and your subconscious becomes extraordinarily receptive to suggestion. Think of your sleeping mind as fertile soil in the quietest hours of night, when the distractions of day cannot compete with the seeds of prosperity you plant through repetitive suggestion. The wealthy individuals whose success Napoleon Hill studied had unknowingly mastered this principle. They went to sleep with their minds focused on their definite purpose, their burning desire, and their unwavering faith in achievement. Night after night, this mental repetition carved deep channels in their subconscious minds, channels through which their desires flowed until they became physical reality. The process of sleep autosuggestion requires more than mere repetition of words. Your subconscious mind recognizes and acts only upon thoughts mixed with emotion and feeling. When you lie down each night and begin your wealth programming, you must see yourself already in possession of the money you desire. You must feel the satisfaction, the security, the freedom that this wealth will bring. Your subconscious mind makes no distinction between thoughts backed by feeling and actual experiences. It accepts as true whatever you repeatedly impress upon it with emotional conviction. Create for yourself a definite statement of the amount of money you intend to acquire. Name the time limit for its acquisition. State what you intend to give in return for this money, and describe clearly the plan through which you intend to accumulate it. As you prepare for sleep each night, repeat this statement with absolute faith that you shall receive exactly what you ask for. See yourself rendering the service or delivering the merchandise you intend to give in exchange for this money. Feel the money in your hands. Experience the peace of mind that will be yours when this money becomes your reality. The power of this nightly ritual lies not in the words themselves, but in the depth of feeling with which you charge these words before they enter your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is like a faithful servant who never questions the orders you give, but it responds only to orders given with conviction and emotional intensity. Half-hearted suggestions produce half-hearted results, while suggestions charged with burning desire and absolute faith produce extraordinary transformations. During sleep, your conscious mind cannot interfere with the programming process through doubt, fear, or contradictory thoughts. The critical faculty that often rejects bold affirmations during waking hours becomes dormant, allowing your wealth programming to penetrate deeply into the storehouse of your subconscious mind. This is why the wealthiest individuals throughout history have intuitively understood the value of going to sleep with their minds fixed upon their definite purpose. Night after night, as you practice this sleep autosuggestion, you are literally programming your subconscious mind to seek out opportunities, to recognize possibilities, and to attract the people and circumstances necessary for the achievement of your financial goals. Your subconscious mind begins working continuously toward the realization of your desires, even while your conscious mind rests. This invisible mental activity gradually transforms your thoughts into their physical equivalent through natural and practical means. Remember that your subconscious mind works continuously, whether you deliberately program it or not. If you neglect to plant the seeds of wealth through intentional autosuggestion, your subconscious will accept whatever seeds happen to fall into it, seeds of limitation, doubt, or fear, planted by outside influences. Take control of this mighty force within you. Use the quiet hours of sleep to build the mental foundation of your financial success, and watch as your outer world gradually reshapes itself to match the inner reality you create through the bridge of autosuggestion. Lesson 5. Specialized knowledge and mental riches. While you sleep tonight, your mind becomes a vast library where the most valuable books are not those that gather dust on shelves, but the specialized knowledge that transforms into golden opportunities. There is a profound difference between general knowledge and the specific wisdom that creates fortunes, and your subconscious mind, in its infinite capacity, knows exactly how to attract, organize, and apply the knowledge that will serve your financial destiny. Consider this eternal truth. Knowledge has no value until it is organized and directed through practical plans of action toward a definite end. During your waking hours, you may absorb countless facts, figures, and information. Yet, it is in the quiet sanctuary of sleep that your deeper mind sorts through this vast collection, selecting only those golden nuggets that align with your burning desire for wealth. Your sleeping consciousness becomes a master curator, arranging specialized knowledge like a skilled architect arranging the perfect materials for a magnificent structure. The truly successful individuals throughout history understood that their minds must become magnets for the specific type of knowledge that serves their definite major purpose. As you rest tonight, your subconscious mind will begin to develop an insatiable hunger for the specialized knowledge that relates directly to your chosen field of endeavor. This mental appetite grows stronger with each passing night, drawing to you the people, circumstances, and opportunities that carry the exact wisdom you need. Your mind possesses an extraordinary ability to recognize valuable knowledge when it appears, even when your conscious mind might overlook its significance. During sleep, this recognition system becomes heightened, more sensitive, more discerning. The information that seemed scattered and unrelated during your busy day suddenly begins to form patterns, connections, and practical applications that point directly toward your financial goals. Think of your sleeping mind as a powerful organizing force, constantly at work, arranging and rearranging the knowledge you have acquired, finding new combinations and fresh perspectives that your conscious mind might never discover. This nocturnal organization of specialized knowledge often produces what we call intuitive flashes or sudden insights upon awakening. These are not mysterious phenomena, but rather the natural result of your subconscious mind working diligently through the night to serve your definite purpose. The wealthy individuals who came before you discovered that specialized knowledge multiplies its value when it is absorbed during the receptive state of approaching sleep. They understood that the mind, free from the distractions and limitations of daily consciousness, could grasp concepts more completely and apply them more creatively. Your sleeping mind does not recognize the word impossible when it comes to finding ways to use specialized knowledge for wealth creation. As you prepare for sleep tonight, know that your mind is already beginning to attract the specialized knowledge that will serve your financial transformation. This attraction happens automatically, without conscious effort, as your subconscious mind reaches out through invisible channels to draw toward you the exact information, skills, and wisdom that align with your definite major purpose. Your sleeping consciousness will also begin to eliminate the mental clutter of useless general knowledge that serves no purpose in your wealth-building plans. Like a master gardener who knows which plants to nurture and which weeds to remove, your subconscious mind will gradually clear away the unnecessary information, while strengthening and expanding the specialized knowledge that truly matters. During the peaceful hours ahead, your mind will not only organize existing knowledge, but will also prepare fertile ground for new specialized learning to take root. You will find yourself naturally drawn to books, conversations, and experiences that contain exactly the type of knowledge your subconscious mind has identified as valuable. This magnetic attraction to profitable knowledge becomes stronger with each night of proper programming. Tonight, as you surrender to sleep's gentle embrace, trust that your mind is becoming a treasury of specialized knowledge, perfectly organized and readily available to serve your journey toward financial independence. Your sleeping mind knows no limitations in its ability to transform raw knowledge into the golden wisdom that creates lasting wealth. Lesson 6. The Workshop of Imagination. Within the sacred chambers of your mind lies the most extraordinary laboratory ever conceived, your imagination. This divine workshop operates with magnificent power during the quiet hours of sleep, when the boundaries between dream and reality dissolve into infinite possibility. Here, in this silent sanctuary of creation, your future wealth takes its first breath of life. Your imagination possesses two distinct forms of expression, each serving a vital role in your journey toward riches. The first is sympathetic imagination, through which you arrange old concepts, ideas, and plans into new combinations. This faculty serves as your mental architect, taking the building blocks of knowledge and experience and constructing them into profitable ventures. The second, and far more powerful, is creative imagination, through which the finite mind of man has direct communication with infinite intelligence. This is the faculty that receives hunches, inspirations, and ideas that seem to come from nowhere, yet lead to unprecedented success. During your waking hours, your imagination may feel constrained by logic, limited by past experiences, or clouded or walking to 100 miles. These limitations fall away. Your sleeping mind becomes a vast canvas upon which you can paint pictures of unlimited prosperity. The imagination that seemed bound by earthly restrictions suddenly soars beyond the clouds of impossibility into the realm where all things become achievable. Every great fortune began as a mere whisper in someone's imagination. The railroad magnates first saw their steel ribbons stretching across continents, while others saw only wilderness. The industrial pioneers envisioned great factories and manufacturing empires, where others saw only empty fields. These visionaries understood intuitively what you are learning deliberately. That imagination, when properly directed and consistently nourished, becomes the blueprint from which material wealth springs forth. As you prepare for sleep each night, you have the precious opportunity to enter your imagination's workshop with definite purpose. Instead of allowing random thoughts and worries to occupy this sacred space, you can deliberately fill it with clear, vivid pictures of your desired financial condition. See yourself not as you are today, but as you intend to become. Feel the satisfaction of financial independence flowing through every fiber of your being. Experience the peace that comes with abundant resources and the joy of generous giving. Your imagination responds most powerfully to pictures backed by intense emotion. A cold, lifeless mental image of wealth will produce cold, lifeless results. But when you infuse your imaginative visions with burning desire, unwavering faith, and genuine excitement, you create mental dynamite capable of blasting through any obstacle standing between you and your riches. The sleeping mind accepts these emotionalized images as instructions and begins immediately to transform them into their physical equivalent. The most successful individuals throughout history have been those who learned to harness their imagination as a practical tool for wealth creation. They understood that before anything can exist in the material world, it must first be conceived and perfected in the workshop of imagination. They spent countless hours visualizing their success, feeling their achievement, and experiencing their wealth in vivid mental detail before it manifested in their bank accounts. Your imagination becomes exponentially more powerful when you engage it consistently during the twilight hours between waking and sleeping. This magical threshold state, when your conscious mind releases its grip and your subconscious assumes control, provides the perfect conditions for implanting lasting mental images of prosperity. Here, your imagination can work without interference, building detailed blueprints that your subconscious will follow with mathematical precision. Tonight, as you drift towards sleep's peaceful shores, remember that you carry within you the same creative power that built every great fortune in human history. Your imagination is not merely a source of entertainment or escapism. It is the most practical tool in your wealth-building arsenal. Use it wisely, use it consistently, and prepare to witness the miraculous transformation of your imagined riches into tangible, lasting prosperity. Lesson 7. The Workshop of Imagination. Your imagination is the most magnificent workshop ever created, a sacred space where the invisible forces of wealth take their first tangible form. While your conscious mind rests in peaceful slumber, this divine workshop continues its eternal operation, molding and shaping the circumstances that will soon manifest in your waking world. Every fortune that has ever been accumulated first took shape in someone's imagination, and tonight, as you surrender to sleep's gentle embrace, your own workshop begins its most important project, the construction of your financial destiny. The imagination operates on two distinct planes of mental activity. The first is synthetic imagination, through which you arrange old concepts, ideas, and plans into new combinations. The second, and far more powerful, is creative imagination, through which the finite mind makes direct contact with infinite intelligence. It is through this faculty that hunches and inspirations are received, that solutions to complex problems appear as if from nowhere, and that opportunities reveal themselves with crystal clarity. During the quiet hours of sleep, when the chattering conscious mind finally falls silent, your creative imagination awakens to its fullest potential. Consider for a moment the great inventors, the industrial pioneers, the builders of vast fortunes. Thomas Edison's incandescent lamp, Alexander Graham Bell's telephone, the Wright brothers' flying machine. Each of these revolutionary innovations first existed as nothing more than organized thought within the workshop of imagination. These men understood, perhaps unconsciously, that their most profound insights came not during the busy hours of daylight activity, but in those quiet moments when the mind was free to wander through infinite possibilities. Your sleeping hours provide the perfect environment for this creative process to unfold. As your body lies in peaceful repose, your imagination continues its work, drawing upon the specialized knowledge you have acquired, combining it with your burning desire for wealth, and fashioning new ideas, plans, and opportunities. The subconscious mind, acting as the faithful servant of imagination, begins to arrange circumstances and attract the people, resources, and conditions necessary to transform these mental creations into physical reality. The wealthy understand this principle intuitively. Before retiring each night, they present their imagination with definite problems to solve, specific goals to achieve, particular sums of money to acquire. They have learned to use their sleeping hours as productive time, allowing their creative faculties to work uninterrupted by the limitations and doubts that often plague the conscious mind. While their competitors toss and turn with worry and anxiety, these wise individuals drift into peaceful sleep, confident that their mental workshop will provide the solutions they seek. Your imagination thrives on definiteness of purpose. Vague wishes and general desires provide insufficient material for the construction of wealth. But when you present your sleeping mind with specific, clearly defined objectives, your imagination springs into immediate action. If you desire $10,000, imagine holding that exact sum. See yourself depositing it into your account. Feel the satisfaction of financial security. Visualize the service you will render to earn this amount. The more vivid and detailed your imaginary picture, the more powerfully your subconscious mind works to make it real. The process requires absolute faith in your imagination's creative power. Doubt and skepticism act as barriers, preventing the free flow of ideas from infinite intelligence to your conscious awareness. But when you approach your nightly programming with complete confidence in your mind's ability to create wealth, you remove these obstacles and allow your imagination to operate at its highest level of efficiency. Remember that every great fortune began as an organized thought, a mental picture held steadily in someone's imagination until it crystallized into concrete form. The mansion first existed in the architect's mind. The business empire took shape in the entrepreneur's imagination. The investment portfolio was carefully constructed in the investor's mental workshop, long before it appeared in physical reality. Tonight, as you prepare for sleep, take a few moments to visit your own workshop of imagination. Present it with your definite major purpose, your specific financial goals, your burning desire for wealth. Then, with complete faith in the process, allow your conscious mind to fade into peaceful rest while your imagination continues its sacred work. Trust that when you awaken, you will be one step closer to the fortune you seek, for your mental workshop never ceases its operation in your favor. Lesson 8. Decision. The mastery of choice. The wealthy understand a profound truth that escapes the masses. Riches flow to those who decide with swift certainty and change their minds slowly, if at all. In the quiet moments before sleep, when the noise of the world fades away, your mind becomes a sacred chamber where true decisions are forged. Tonight, as you prepare for your journey into sleep, you step into the workshop where millionaires are made through the simple yet powerful act of decisive thought. Successful individuals possess an almost uncanny ability to reach decisions quickly and definitively. They do not waver, hesitate, or seek endless counsel from others. Instead, they tap into an inner knowing that emerges most clearly in the stillness of evening reflection. This is no accident. The approaching hours of sleep create the perfect conditions for your deeper wisdom to surface, allowing you to cut through confusion and grasp the essential truth of any situation. As you settle into the peaceful rhythm that precedes slumber, observe how your mind naturally begins to sort through the day's complexities with greater clarity. The urgent pressures that seemed so overwhelming just hours before now appear in their proper perspective. This is your signal that the time for decision has arrived. In these precious moments of twilight consciousness, your ability to choose correctly multiplies exponentially. The habit of procrastination has cost more fortunes than any economic crisis or business failure. While others deliberate endlessly, analyzing every possible outcome and seeking approval from anyone who will listen, the wealthy individual moves forward with quiet confidence. They understand that a good plan executed immediately surpasses a perfect plan that never sees the light of day. As you prepare for sleep tonight, consider the decisions that await your attention. Feel how much clearer they become when approached from this place of inner stillness. Your subconscious mind thrives on definiteness of purpose. It cannot work effectively with vague intentions or half-hearted commitments. During your sleeping hours, this deeper intelligence takes your firm decisions and begins the mysterious process of transforming them into physical reality. But it requires clear instructions, delivered with conviction and sealed with unwavering determination. The very act of decision sets powerful forces in motion. When you decide with absolute certainty that you will achieve a specific financial goal, your subconscious immediately begins arranging circumstances, attracting opportunities, and sharpening your perception to recognize possibilities that were always present but previously invisible. This process accelerates dramatically during sleep, when your conscious doubts and fears cannot interfere with the natural flow of creative intelligence. Notice how the greatest opportunities often present themselves to those who have already decided to succeed, regardless of apparent obstacles. The universe seems to conspire in favor of the person who demonstrates unwavering commitment to their chosen path. This is not mere coincidence, but the natural result of the mind that has programmed itself for success through the power of decisive thought. As you drift toward sleep tonight, carry with you the understanding that every moment of indecision costs you valuable time and energy. The wealthy know that even a wrong decision is often preferable to no decision at all, because movement in any direction provides new information and opens fresh possibilities. They course correct quickly when necessary, but they never remain paralyzed by uncertainty. Your sleeping mind will work tirelessly to support any decision made with genuine conviction. As you release the day's concerns and surrender to the restorative power of sleep, plant seeds of decisive thought that will bloom into prosperous action. Tomorrow you will awaken with renewed clarity and the quiet confidence that comes from knowing exactly what you intend to accomplish. The mastery of choice becomes your pathway to riches, guided by the wisdom that emerges in stillness and strengthened by the programming that occurs in sleep. Tonight, decide to become the person who chooses swiftly, acts boldly, and attracts abundance through the magnetic power of unwavering determination. Lesson 9. Persistence in the silent hours. The wealth consciousness you seek cannot be built in a single might of wishful thinking, nor can it be destroyed by temporary setbacks that daylight may bring. Like the steady formation of pearls within the quiet depths of the ocean, your financial transformation requires the gentle yet unwavering force of persistence, working silently within your mind during the peaceful hours of sleep. Most people abandon their dreams at the first sign of resistance, much like a river that changes course when it meets the slightest obstacle. but observe how the persistent stream, flowing night after night, eventually carves the deepest canyons through solid rock. Your sleeping mind possesses this same quiet power of persistence, wearing away the mental barriers to wealth through constant, gentle repetition of prosperity thoughts. During these silent hours, when the clamoring voices of doubt and fear are stilled, your subconscious mind becomes like fertile soil, receiving the same precious seeds night after night. Each thought of abundance you plant before sleep takes root a little deeper, grows a little stronger, becomes a little more real in the invisible realm where all wealth is first created. This is not the forced persistence of struggle and strain, but the natural persistence of growth itself, inevitable as the dawn that follows each night of programming. The great fortunes of the world were not built by sporadic bursts of enthusiasm, but by the steady accumulation of right thoughts, right decisions, and right actions, repeated with unwavering consistency. Your sleeping mind is the perfect laboratory for developing this quality of persistence. For here, in the realm of dreams and deep programming, you can practice the mental habits of wealth without the interference of daily distractions. As you surrender to sleep each night, you join the ranks of those who understand that true persistence is not about forcing outcomes, but about maintaining unwavering faith in the face of temporary appearances. Your subconscious mind knows no difference between the wealth you visualize during these quiet hours and the wealth that exists in your physical experience. Through persistent nightly programming, the gap between these two realities grows smaller and smaller until they merge into one. Consider the mighty oak that stands unmoved by the fiercest storms. Its strength comes not from rigid resistance, but from roots that have grown deep and wide through years of patient expansion beneath the surface. Your wealth consciousness develops the same way, through the persistent, invisible work happening in your subconscious mind while you rest. Each night of programming sends your mental roots deeper into the rich soil of prosperity consciousness. The silent hours of sleep offer you a precious gift, the ability to persist without effort, to maintain unwavering focus without strain, to build wealth consciousness through the gentle repetition of prosperity thoughts. While others exhaust themselves with anxious effort during waking hours, you are learning to harness the effortless persistence of your sleeping mind, allowing it to work steadily toward your financial goals with the quiet power of natural law. Your persistence in these silent hours creates an invisible momentum that carries into your waking life. Decisions that once seemed difficult become clear and obvious. Opportunities that others miss become visible to your trained eye. Actions that lead to wealth begin to feel natural and automatic. This is the fruit of persistent sleep programming, a transformation so gradual and natural that it feels like awakening to your true nature rather than forcing change upon yourself. Tonight, and every night that follows, you continue this sacred practice of persistent wealth programming. Your subconscious mind eagerly awaits these quiet moments of instruction, ready to weave your prosperity thoughts into the very fabric of your being. Through this gentle persistence, you are not merely hoping for wealth, you are systematically becoming the person who naturally attracts and creates it. Lesson 10. The Mastermind of the Night. During the quiet hours, when the world slumbers, a magnificent phenomenon occurs. that few people ever recognize or harness. Your sleeping mind becomes a powerful receiver, capable of tapping into what I have long called the mastermind, that invisible network of intelligence that connects all human consciousness and draws from the accumulated wisdom of ages past and present. When you understand how to align yourself with this nocturnal mastermind principle, you unlock a source of wealth-building power that operates beyond the limitations of your individual thinking. The mastermind principle, as revealed through my decades of studying the world's most successful individuals, represents the coordination of knowledge and effort between two or more people who work in harmony toward a common purpose. But there exists an even more profound dimension of this principle that emerges during sleep. Your resting mind naturally attunes itself to frequencies of thought and inspiration that remain largely inaccessible during your waking hours. In this receptive state, you become part of an invisible council of advisors, drawing upon the collective intelligence of successful minds, both living and departed. Consider how often your greatest insights arrive not through conscious struggle, but through the gentle whispers of intuition that follow a peaceful night's rest. Your sleeping consciousness works in perfect harmony with universal intelligence, processing information, connecting seemingly unrelated concepts, and organizing knowledge in ways that your analytical mind could never achieve through force or effort. This is the mastermind of the night at work, silently arranging the pieces of your financial puzzle while you dream. The wealthy individuals I studied invariably possessed an uncanny ability to make decisions that seemed to come from some source beyond their immediate knowledge. They spoke of hunches, gut feelings, and sudden inspirations that led to their greatest financial breakthroughs. What they unknowingly described was their connection to this nighttime mastermind network. Their subconscious minds had been trained through repeated programming and clear purpose to receive and act upon the wealth-building intelligence that flows through this invisible channel. During sleep, your mind naturally enters what may be called the council chamber of infinite intelligence. Here, freed from the doubts and limitations of conscious reasoning, your deeper self consults with the accumulated wisdom of all who have walked the path of prosperity before you. The great fortunes of history were built not merely through individual effort, but through this mysterious alliance with forces that transcend personal knowledge and capability. To access this sleeping mastermind, you must first establish a definite purpose and burning desire. For without these, your mind remains closed to the subtle influences that could guide your financial destiny. Your subconscious must be programmed with specific goals and unwavering faith before it can effectively tune into the frequencies of abundance that surround you. Like a radio receiver, your sleeping mind must be properly calibrated to capture the wealth-building signals that continuously broadcast through the invisible network of universal intelligence. As you prepare for sleep each night, visualize yourself entering a grand council chamber where the greatest financial minds in history gather to offer their guidance. See yourself presenting your plans and desires to this assembly of invisible counselors. Feel their approval and support as they share their accumulated wisdom through the silent language of impression and inspiration. This mental ritual programs your subconscious to remain receptive throughout the night to the wealth-building intelligence that flows through this mastermind connection. The morning hours often bring revelations that seemed impossible the night before. Solutions to financial challenges appear with startling clarity. New opportunities present themselves as if by magic. Names, places, and possibilities emerge in your consciousness with such vividness that you know they come from a source beyond your ordinary thinking. This is the evidence that your sleeping mind has been working in harmony with the mastermind network, drawing upon resources of intelligence that no individual could access alone. Remember that this invisible mastermind operates through the law of attraction. Like attracts like, and your sleeping consciousness naturally aligns itself with minds of similar purpose and vibration. When your subconscious is programmed with thoughts of abundance, service, and definite purpose, it magnetizes itself to the wealth-building intelligence of others who share these mental characteristics. Your nighttime hours become a period of silent communication with this invisible network of prosperity-minded consciousness. Tonight, as you surrender to sleep's embrace, trust in the magnificent power working silently within and around you. Your dreams may hold the keys to financial freedom, delivered through the generous wisdom of the mastermind that never sleeps. Lesson 11. Transmuting energy into wealth. Every human being possesses within them a tremendous reservoir of creative energy, a force so powerful that when properly directed, it becomes the driving power behind all great fortunes. This energy flows through you even now as you read these words, and it continues its circulation through your being during the quiet hours of sleep, when your conscious mind releases its grip on daily concerns. The secret that separates those who accumulate wealth from those who struggle lies not in the amount of energy they possess, for we all have access to this same universal force, but in their ability to transmute this raw power into the specific vibrations that attract riches. Think of energy as the universal currency that exists before money takes physical form. Just as electricity can be channeled to create light, heat, or motion, depending upon the mechanism through which it flows, your personal energy can be directed into channels that produce financial abundance. The wealthy have learned, often through intuition rather than conscious study, how to focus their energy through the lens of organized thought, definite purpose, and unwavering persistence until it crystallizes into material form. During your sleeping hours, when the barriers between the conscious and subconscious minds grow thin, this energy transmutation process becomes infinitely more powerful. Your deeper mind works tirelessly through the night, reorganizing thoughts, strengthening neural pathways, and most importantly, broadcasting your dominant thoughts into the infinite field of creative intelligence that surrounds us all. When your sleeping mind is properly programmed with thoughts of wealth, abundance, and financial success, it becomes a powerful transmitting station, sending out vibrations that attract the people, circumstances, and opportunities needed to manifest your desires. The master key to energy transmutation lies in understanding that thoughts charged with intense emotion carry far greater creative power than mere intellectual concepts. When you feel deeply grateful for wealth that has not yet appeared in physical form, when you experience genuine excitement about financial opportunities that exist only in your imagination, when you develop an unshakable conviction that abundance is flowing toward you even as you sleep, you are transmuting ordinary mental energy into the magnetic force that draws riches from the invisible realm into visible reality. Consider how the great inventors and builders of industry have always spoken of their breakthrough moments coming during periods of relaxation or sleep. The sleeping mind, freed from the limitations and doubts that plague waking consciousness, naturally operates at higher levels of creative intelligence. It instinctively knows how to combine seemingly unrelated ideas into profitable innovations, how to attract the right people at precisely the right moment, and how to guide you toward decisions that lead to financial gain. Your personal energy becomes wealth attracting when you learn to charge it with the emotional intensity of burning desire, direct it through organized planning, and maintain its flow through absolute faith in your ultimate success. The sleeping hours offer the perfect opportunity to practice this transmutation, because the relaxed state of your body allows energy to flow more freely, while your subconscious mind remains fully receptive to new programming. As you prepare for sleep each night, recognize that you are entering a laboratory where energy transmutation occurs naturally. The thoughts you choose to dwell upon during those precious moments before unconsciousness takes hold become the materials your sleeping mind will use to construct tomorrow's opportunities. When you consistently fill these moments with thoughts of abundance, gratitude for coming prosperity, and clear mental pictures of your financial goals already achieved, you are literally programming your energy system to vibrate in harmony with wealth. The universe operates according to precise laws, and energy transmutation follows these same principles. What you think about most often, with the greatest emotional intensity, during the most receptive state of your mind, becomes the dominant force shaping your external circumstances. Through the gentle, persistent practice of sleep programming, you learn to master this transmutation process, channeling your infinite creative energy into the specific channels that produce lasting financial abundance. Tonight, as sleep approaches, remember that you possess within you the same energy that has built every great fortune in history. Your task is simply to direct it wisely through the power of controlled thought and unwavering faith. Lesson 12. The sixth sense in sleep. There exists within you a faculty so profound, so mysteriously powerful, that it operates beyond the realm of ordinary human senses. This is your sixth sense, the creative imagination functioning at its highest level, where divine inspiration meets human consciousness in the fertile darkness of sleep. It is a use of men over and a program. While your 5 physical senses rest in slumber, this inner sense awakens to its full potential, receiving impressions, warnings, and flashes of inspiration from sources that your waking mind cannot fully comprehend. The sixth sense is the portion of your subconscious mind that serves as your direct connection to the infinite intelligence that governs all creation. During sleep, when the analytical mind releases its grip on your thoughts, this remarkable faculty opens like a flower to the morning sun, ready to receive the wisdom that flows endlessly through the universe. It is through this sense that hunches, inspirations, and those sudden flashes of genius are received. Those moments of knowing that seem to come from nowhere, yet prove to be exactly what you need. Consider how many of your best ideas have come to you in moments of quiet reflection, or upon awakening from sleep. Your sixth sense has been working throughout the night, sorting through the vast storehouse of knowledge available to all minds that are properly attuned to receive it. While you sleep, this inner faculty reaches beyond the center, limitations of your individual experience, drawing from the accumulated wisdom of ages, the thoughts and experiences of other minds, and the creative intelligence that underlies all successful endeavors. The development of your sixth sense cannot be rushed or forced through conscious effort alone. It comes through patient cultivation, through the regular practice of the principles you have been learning in these chapters. Faith, desire, persistence, and the habit of reaching decisions quickly all contribute to the awakening of this mysterious faculty. As you continue to program your subconscious mind with thoughts of wealth and success during your sleeping hours, you create the ideal conditions for your sixth sense to flourish and guide you toward your financial goals. During the quiet hours of night, when the world sleeps and your mind enters that peaceful state between consciousness and dreams, your sixth sense becomes your most valuable counselor. It whispers solutions to problems that seemed insurmountable during the day. It reveals opportunities that your conscious mind overlooked. It connects seemingly unrelated ideas in ways that open new pathways to wealth and achievement. This inner voice speaks not in words, but in feelings, hunches, and sudden knowing that arrives with unmistakable clarity. Many of the world's most successful individuals have learned to trust and follow the guidance of their sixth sense, though they may not have recognized it by this name. They speak of following their instincts, trusting their gut feelings, or acting upon sudden inspirations that seem to come from thin air. What they are describing is the operation of this remarkable faculty that serves as a bridge between the known and the unknown, between human limitation and infinite possibility. As you prepare for sleep each night, make it your practice to pose questions to your subconscious mind, particularly those related to your financial goals and plans for achievement. Ask for guidance, for clarity, for creative solutions to the challenges you face. Then release these questions into the care of your sleeping mind, with complete faith that answers will come. They may arrive as you awaken, during moments of quiet reflection the following day, or through apparently chance encounters and circumstances that provide exactly the information or opportunity you need. The sixth sense reveals itself most readily to minds that have been conditioned to expect and recognize its guidance. By programming your subconscious with the principles of success during sleep, you prepare the fertile ground in which this faculty can take root and flourish. Your nightly practice of feeding your mind with thoughts of wealth and achievement creates the magnetic attraction that draws inspiration and opportunity toward you through channels that operate beyond ordinary human understanding. Trust in this inner guidance grows stronger with each successful experience of following its promptings. Begin now to listen for that quiet voice within, that gentle nudge that points you toward your next right action. In the silence of sleep, your sixth sense stands ready to become your most trusted advisor on the path to riches. Lesson 13. Overcoming fear in the stillness. Fear is the great destroyer of dreams, the silent assassin that murders ambition while you sleep. Yet within the stillness of night lies your greatest opportunity to dissolve these invisible barriers that have held you back from the riches that are rightfully yours. For it is during these quiet hours, when the noise of the world fades away, that you can finally confront and conquer the fears that have been secretly sabotaging your journey to wealth. The subconscious mind, which never rests, even as your body finds peace, is where these fears make their home. They burrow deep, whispering their poison in the darkness, convincing you that you are not worthy, not capable, not destined for greatness. But here is the magnificent truth that the wealthy have always known. Fear cannot survive in the presence of calm, persistent, loving attention. As you lie in peaceful repose, you possess the perfect conditions to transform these enemies of success into allies of abundance. Consider how fear operates in the harsh light of day. It masquerades as reason, disguises itself as prudence, and presents itself as wisdom. The fear of poverty convinces you to think small, to dream cautiously, to settle for less than your true desires. The fear of criticism silences your boldest ideas and keeps you trapped in mediocrity's comfortable cage. The fear of failure paralyzes your initiative, while the fear of success whispers that you do not deserve the riches you seek. These 6 basic fears have robbed more people of their birthright to prosperity than all the economic troubles in history combined. But in the gentle embrace of night, when your conscious defenses are lowered and your deeper wisdom emerges, you can speak directly to these fears with the voice of truth. You can flood your subconscious with images of courage, with feelings of worthiness, with unshakable knowing that abundance is your natural state. The sleeping mind is remarkably receptive to new programming, especially when delivered with the patient persistence that only nighttime allows. As you prepare for sleep, imagine each fear as nothing more than a shadow cast by false beliefs. Shadows have no substance, no power except what your attention gives them. In the soft darkness of your room, you can choose to withdraw that attention and redirect it toward visions of your financial success. Feel yourself walking through those fears as if they were wisps of morning mist that part before your confident steps toward prosperity. The wealthy understand something that escapes most people. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act in spite of it. As you drift into deeper states of rest, your subconscious mind is learning this lesson on levels far below conscious awareness. With each breath, each gentle heartbeat, each wave of relaxation that washes over you, the old fearful patterns are being dissolved and replaced with new patterns of confidence and expectation. Night after night, as you practice this inner alchemy of transformation, something remarkable begins to happen. The fears that once seemed so solid and immovable start to lose their grip on your thinking. Ideas that were once suppressed by worry begin to surface with crystal clarity. Opportunities that were invisible behind the fog of fear suddenly appear with startling obviousness. You begin to move through your waking hours with a new quality of certainty, a quiet knowing that your financial success is not a matter of if, but when. The most successful individuals throughout history have understood this secret of nighttime fear transformation. They have learned to use their sleeping hours not just for physical restoration, but for mental and emotional purification. They go to sleep each night knowing that they are washing away another layer of limitation, another barrier to their inevitable prosperity. Tonight, as you surrender to sleep's healing embrace, remember that you are not just resting your body. You are engaging in the most important work of your life, the systematic elimination of everything that stands between you and your financial dreams. In the perfect stillness of the night, fear dissolves, courage grows, and your destiny as a person of wealth becomes clear with each peaceful breath. Lesson 14. Affirmations for wealth programming. In the gentle twilight, between waking consciousness and deep sleep, lies a sacred space where words transform from mere sounds into living forces that shape your financial destiny. These are not ordinary words, they're carefully crafted affirmations that carry within them the concentrated power to reprogram every cell of your being toward abundance. As you prepare to enter this transformative realm, Understand that the affirmations you are about to receive have been distilled from the wisdom of countless wealthy individuals who discovered, often unknowingly, the secret of nocturnal programming. The power of affirmation during sleep transcends anything your conscious mind can achieve during the bustling hours of daylight. When your analytical mind finally surrenders to rest, your subconscious becomes like fertile soil after a gentle rain, ready to accept and nurture whatever seeds you choose to plant. These wealth affirmations are those precious seeds, each one containing within its simple structure the genetic code of financial transformation. Your sleeping mind does not debate, criticize, or question the truth of what it receives. Unlike your waking consciousness, which may resist bold declarations of abundance with skeptical thoughts of unworthiness or impossibility, your subconscious accepts every repeated suggestion as absolute truth. This is why the affirmations you absorb during these quiet hours possess such extraordinary power to reshape not only your thinking, but the very fabric of your financial reality. The wealthy have always understood, whether consciously or instinctively, that success begins in the mind long before it appears in the bank account. They carry within their mental atmosphere a quiet certainty, an unshakable knowing that prosperity is their natural state. This inner conviction was not born overnight, but cultivated through countless nights of mental programming, often through the simple act of falling asleep while holding thoughts of abundance and success. As you listen to these specially designed affirmations night after night, you will notice a subtle but profound shift occurring within your consciousness. Doubts that once seemed reasonable will begin to feel foreign and uncomfortable. Opportunities that were always present but invisible to your untrained perception will suddenly appear everywhere you look. People will begin to respond to you differently, sensing the new energy of prosperity that radiates from your transformed consciousness. Each affirmation has been crafted with precise attention to rhythm, feeling, and repetition. The words flow like a gentle stream, carrying with them the accumulated wisdom of those who have walked the path from poverty to plenty. They speak not to your logical mind, but directly to the deeper intelligence that governs your life. The same intelligence that beats your heart and grows your hair while you sleep peacefully. The beauty of sleep programming lies in its effortless nature. You need not strain or struggle to make these affirmations work. Simply allow them to wash over you like warm, golden light as you drift into peaceful slumber. Your subconscious mind will do the rest, working throughout the night to reorganize your thoughts, beliefs, and expectations into perfect alignment with the wealth that is your birthright. Some nights you may fall asleep quickly, catching only fragments of the affirmations in your conscious awareness. Other nights you may remain awake longer, absorbing more of the programming, while in that perfect state between sleeping and waking. Both experiences are equally valuable, for your subconscious is always listening, always recording, always ready to accept the new programming that will transform your financial life. Trust in the process, even when your conscious mind cannot yet see evidence of the transformation taking place. Your subconscious is busily rearranging your mental furniture, creating new neural pathways of prosperity, and preparing you to recognize and seize opportunities that will manifest your new-founded wealth consciousness into tangible financial abundance. Tonight, as you prepare to receive these powerful affirmations, know that you are participating in one of the most profound secrets of wealth creation ever discovered. Let these words sink deep into the fertile soil of your sleeping mind, where they will take root and grow into the magnificent financial destiny that awaits your awakening. Lesson 15. Living rich in mind before you see it. The final and most profound secret of wealth consciousness lies not in the accumulation of riches, but in the complete embodiment of prosperity as your natural state of being. Tonight, as you prepare to enter the realm of sleep, you carry within you something far more valuable than gold or silver. You carry the unshakable identity of wealth itself. Throughout your journey with these principles, you have been constructing an invisible mansion of the mind, furnishing it with thoughts of abundance, decorating it with visions of success, and inhabiting it with the quiet confidence of one who knows that prosperity is not merely coming, but is already here in its most perfect form, as consciousness itself. The truly wealthy understand a secret that escapes the masses. They live rich in mind long before their bank accounts reflect that inner reality. They walk with the quiet dignity of abundance, speak with the calm assurance of prosperity, and rest each night in the peaceful certainty that their outer world is merely catching up to their inner conviction. As you lie in peaceful repose tonight, your subconscious mind will continue its faithful work of translating your wealth consciousness into physical equivalent. Like a master architect working through the night, your deeper mind is even now arranging circumstances, organizing opportunities, and attracting the people and resources necessary to manifest your financial vision. Feel yourself sinking deeper into the rich tapestry of sleep, knowing that every breath you take is drawing you closer to the life of abundance you have so carefully programmed into your mental treasury. Your sleeping mind recognizes no difference between the wealth you envision and the wealth you will possess. In the realm of consciousness, you are already magnificently, abundantly, gloriously rich. The morning light will find you transformed, carrying within your very being the unmistakable essence of prosperity. You will move through your day with the quiet confidence of one who has already achieved great wealth, because in the most important realm of all, the realm of mind, you have indeed achieved it. This is not pretense or wishful thinking. This is the recognition of a fundamental truth that the greatest minds throughout history have discovered. Consciousness precedes manifestation, and the person who can maintain wealth consciousness with unwavering consistency will inevitably experience wealth in all its forms. Your thoughts have been purified through these nocturnal sessions of programming. Your desires have been crystallized into definite purpose. Your faith has been strengthened through nightly repetition. Your plans have been organized through subconscious wisdom. Your persistence has been fortified through quiet conviction. Now, as sleep embraces you once more, you enter that sacred space where dreams and reality merge, where the possible and the actual unite, where your wealth consciousness expands to fill every corner of your being. The money you seek is already seeking you. The opportunities you desire are already moving toward you. The success you envision is already recognizing you as its rightful owner. Tomorrow, you will awaken not just refreshed in body, but renewed in spirit, carrying within you the living presence of abundance. You will go forth into the world as a magnet for prosperity, attracting wealth through the invisible but irresistible power of your transformed consciousness. Rest now in the supreme confidence that your mental work is complete, your subconscious programming is active, and your financial destiny is sealed in the realm of mind, where all true wealth originates. Sleep peacefully, knowing that you are already rich in the way that matters most, and that this inner richness must and will express itself in every area of your life.